Hey guys, welcome to Out Jeeping. Today we're going to be replacing spark plugs on this 2001 Jeep Cherokee. This will also work through the 97 through 01 Jeep Cherokees. Now, I'm replacing them because this has over 200,000 miles. I'm replacing them with this, just the copper spark plugs from Champion. And I'll be showing how to take the old ones out and put the new ones in. So let's get started. So in the 1997 through 01 Jeep Cherokees, they have a coil pack instead of distributor, which is right here. And basically it makes it a lot harder to get spark plugs because if you just had a distributor, you can just pull the spark plug wires and then change the thing. But now we have to bolt it from the engine. So to do that, we have to take 2 bolts here and 2 bolts behind here. It's kind of hard to see, but we're going to try to get this out without having to undo everything else. Maybe we can pull some of the cables out of the way. Alright, so these bolts over here, they're going to be a 13 millimeter, so we just got to break them free and then take off the coil pack. Alright, so after I got those 4 bolts out, the coil pack was nice and loose, but it still is kind of trapped in here. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is take all these throttle cables off. They're bolted down here with 2 bolts, and then you have to undo them right here. And I think they just pop out of place. Alright, so the 2 bolts that are going to hold on our throttle bracket are 10 millimeter. So you can just go in there and break these free. And then there's going to be another one right here. It's kind of hard to see. Alright, so after I got those 2 bolts off, it's nice and loose. These cables just popped right off, and now we're able to move this all out of the way and hopefully get the coil pack off. Alright, so now I was able to move the coil pack out of the way. Heater hoses are kind of in the way, but I don't want to have to drain my coolant just to get this off. But now, as you can see, the spark plugs are in there. Now we just got to take a wrench and undo them. Alright, so to take spark plugs out, I've got a 16 millimeter deep socket, and basically there's a piece of foam down there. I don't know if you can see, but basically that helps protect the spark plug and it'll help pull it out of the engine for you. So then all you gotta do is just stick it in and then take them out. Alright, so that's the bad spark plug. Doesn't seem too bad. Must have been changed recently by the previous owner, but since we got new ones, we're going to put them in. Alright, so before putting in the new spark plug, we want to make sure they're gapped. You always want to check them just in case out of the box. So I got my little keychain gapping tool, and for me, it's supposed to be at 35 thousandths. So we can check right there, and that seems about right. So we'll go ahead and put all 6 of them in, and we'll come back later. Alright, so one other thing. If you happen to have a spark plug that has too much of a gap and it needs to be smaller, you can lightly tap it on something hard, just something like this, knock it down, and then you can take your tool and re-gap it to whatever size you need. Alright, so we went ahead and got all the new spark plugs in. We got the coil pack back on, bolted down. When you're tightening up the spark plugs, you obviously want to make them tight. Not too tight that you feel like you're going to strip them out, but just tight. And same with the bolts on top of the coil pack. But now the next thing to do is put the throttle assembly back on, and then we'll go ahead and test it out. Alright, so we got everything hooked back up. Now let's go test it out. Alright guys, everything is done and it runs great. Please like this video if it helped you, and check out my channel Out Jeeping. Also, comment below if you have